welcome back. This is Calvos. Uh, Clearly, I've done slightly, a little bit more work. Not a lot of work. I've been neatening upstairs and whatnot. Well, neatening up the room, making stairs. And just generally trying to make my life slightly safer and more convenient. So I've basically recorded these, 3 episodes on the same day, but I'm setting them to come out on consecutive days because, well, I may change how I'm doing something or whatever. Flood video thing. My amazing follower base may get tired of me. One of them now? But, it's just because randomly they know me. But YouTube was saying, let's see, there was a thing on there, it may take up to 8 hours for the files to be indexed, which is listed if you don't know what that means. Capable of being found in the search engines. However, it only took about 5 minutes, so that was slightly faster than I was expecting. Now, I am planning on do I care about this? I mean, as far as I'll leave that for now, I guess. But I may change that up. Actually, there's quite a few options as far as this goes. I actually just go for the bricks because I can make it even without a chisel. A lot of people actually prefer other stones. I'm not as worried about that. I rather like the way that the vanilla bricks look, but occasionally I'll change it up and do something else. So you may have noticed that I now have a miner's jacket and some other cool things in my inventory. So I wandered down here when I fell through basically when I was making stairs just like that. And so I found all of these guys. There were a lot of the undead miners. Around. I can't. So, figured I'd show you this area before I closed off. Plus, there's a lot of really cool stuff down here as far as resources. I came down here, I got some water. There was a bunch of water up in this area. And so I now have an infinite water source in my base. Sweet, most of that's closed off. So they won't be able to come over and bother me. He's got a gun. He can bother me a lot. But, mushrooms. Mushrooms are good. Light this all up. So tin, you probably already know, is thermal foundation. A lot of IC2. The new IC2 clone, mock-up, whatever you want to call it. Oh, monster. Well, I don't remember what it's called. These miners drop a lot of stuff. So, the reason I bring your attention to this miner's jacket is the miner's jacket's actually really cool as far as armor. This could be garbage. This can also be garbage. I've got better. I'm sure I can make arrows if I decide I need them. Sweet. I now have seeds. So that means I can do seed-related things. So this is how I got up before. I'll just put that back. Watch my inability to walk upstairs in Minecraft. That is truly one of the ways that I wow my audiences, is by being incapable of doing the simplest tasks. So let's get some dirt down. And farming. There we go. But anyway, looking at this, it gives +4 armor. If I look at this, the armor value is 3.9. However, you'll notice that it's got a lot of other options on it. PR, EX, E, F, I, L, P, D. And the bottom one is rad. Bottom one for sure is radiation. I do believe the AR is just your regular armor value. I'm not sure exactly what all of them do, but Tech Guns adds a lot of different armor types as far as protection from different kinds of attacks and whatnot. And my favorite thing is if you look at the bottom under radiation, it says movement speed plus 8%, mining speed plus 5%. So by wearing this, you saw my perspective shifted slightly. So now I move just a little bit faster than I would ordinarily. So that's pretty handy. I am quite fond of that effect, and I mine much faster too. Now there's actually a quest. Yeah, see, I've already killed a bunch of zombies and stuff. So, here it is, even better armor. So you can make these, and these are really good as far as helping you out with stuff. They're not really that challenging to make. I mean, it's iron and this heavy cloth. Heavy cloth is leather and wool, but honestly, Not this playthrough specifically. See, I've already got 4. But I've found that I end up with just stacks of this heavy cloth. Oh, apparently you can you can you can apply a jetpack to it. I hadn't realized that. That's cool. Clearly you can enchant it, and you can recycle things into it. Maybe that's what it means. I'm not actually familiar with Future Pack, as I said. But what I'll probably end up doing is, as I collect more cloth, I will try to make this armor. Plus, you'll occasionally fight soldier zombies, and they'll drop pieces of it. And if you do that thing where you repair pieces of armor with other pieces of armor, it counts towards crafting it as far as the quest goes. So yeah, I basically just tend to scavenge the armor until I get enough to make what I need. That promises to be problems later. Looks fun. So we'll just torch that up. So I've got bone meal on command, so I'm not really as worried about doing this. Now, one thing that I did notice is very reliably it produces a lot of seeds as far as from the wheat, the generic seed. So food should never be a problem with this pack because you can always grow wheat. It doesn't necessarily grow any faster. However, if we look at uses of this really quick, you can either make bread with 3, or you can pull it apart into wheat flour, which you can just cook into bread. So within a short time, it should be quite easy to fill it up. And then with forestry and PAMs and stuff like that, there's so many recipes that you can make as far as food. This pack doesn't even have, or doesn't have diminishing returns or any flavor of that. So that's pretty handy. It certainly makes life easier. And that was just amazing. I found a hole, guys. So what I'm attempting to accomplish, I don't remember if I've mentioned it in a previous video or not, but the mining level thing that shows up when, say, it's only when I have my pick out. Oh, that guy's got a gun. If I can get up to Aqua Miner, it gives you water breathing. And not only do you get water breathing, but you get a mining boost in the water, so as to negate the penalty for picking up collecting ores and such in watery environments, which is good because one of the things that we'll end up having to do, or wanting to do in this case actually, because it's a very ore-rich place to go, is heading to, I think it's called the Aqua Cavern. Because it's, I wouldn't say completely submerged, but a significant portion of it is in fact actually underwater, which is quite handy because once you can breathe water, it's a relatively safe place to go mining. So there's very few monsters there. I'm quite pleased that they didn't go through and put in water-based monsters. That would have made it very challenging, in fact. So I'll leave that lit up just to keep monsters from spawning in my walls. So for the moment, I'm just going to plug all this up. Mostly because I don't know how I'm going to arrange things. So I'm not a very organized person. I will certainly give it a try for the series. I don't know how far I will be able to carry the series, not simply because you know, there may be time issues. I may accidentally destroy the pack. You know, I may get bored with it. I have no idea. But we'll see how far it goes. I would like to make an attempt to complete all of the quests at the very least. I don't really have any specific goals beyond that. I suppose if somebody comes up with one for me, I may consider it. And I may end up looking things up. What I will... Honestly, I probably will have so few comments on this that I should just be able to read, you know, all of the comments for quite a while as far as anything. I probably won't get too far ahead on the video. I know of a streamer I watch his videos, Modi 101. It's pretty awesome as far as that goes. Funny. I think he records up to a week in advance. Certainly several videos. And I'm not sure I'm that dedicated. But he does it for a living, and I do it because I just wanted to do it and see if I can do anything with it. I guess that's as good a reason as any. I don't know. I like Minecraft. I've been playing it for years now. Hey, I also do other things. I'm not necessarily very good at some of these other things. We'll see if I end up streaming any of these. I don't do Fortnite. First-person shooters, don't do any of those typically. So we'll just have to see what ends up on the channel, you know. Whether I decide I can put out good content or not, or whether other people decide I can put out good content or not. I guess that's how the like system works. Everything's popularity. It's not too bad, I guess. I wish that it was not right up against the door and wall. I could move it over. I don't know. It's fine for now. So another thing that I would like advice on as far as that goes is right now I'm pretty much just talking at myself and neatening up the base. So should I neaten up the base not in videos? And just kind of like try to do crafting and quest related stuff. For the moment, since I have no idea what I'm doing or what's going to be interesting, or I will simply record all of it and work from there. And in case you're curious, I'm converting everything to the bricks so that I don't have to cook it again later when I put it back down, since I don't have Silk Touch, and I do not foresee ever having Silk Touch because that would require planning, which I do not typically manage on my normal plays. Maybe I'll be differently motivated though with this. We'll see what happens. So from now on, most of my picks are going to probably be iron, because I've got no reason not to make them of iron. You know, I will have so much of it. Okay. So, farming over here. I haven't seen clay except in the aqua cavern. Now, if you are curious, what I can do is walls. I can simply make the caverns, or some of the entrances to the caverns. I typically would like to make a secure room, not because anything comes through the portals that I've noticed, but so that I don't come back out and die as I'm loading in the game. So, you know, little useful things like that. And there goes my chisel. So, that puts us at approximately 23 minutes. So I am going to call it here. Get this uploaded and we'll see what happens. So, this is Calvos signing off. Just remember, if you have any useful tips, you know, ideas that could help me do what I want to do, whatever that is, concerns, you know, I will certainly take everything under advisement. So, thanks for your time. Thanks for your attention. You folks have a great day.